Hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my Hull City versus Derby County preview, prediction and everything you need to know before Hull City take on Derby away in Derby. So let's head into our injury update. So yes, there is a little bit of injury news regarding this game. Of course, we do know that Hull City are feeling a little bit anxious about Liam Miller coming off the pitch with his injury to his knee. We can most likely suspect that he won't be available for this game, we don't want to risk it 2-3 days after picking up the injury. There is no official wording as I'm recording this video on the extent of his knee injury and what is going to happen. The assessment is going to take place ahead of tomorrow's trip to Pride Park, as we are struggling on that front. There's also some bad news on Marvin Mahelm, who will be out of action as well due to an injury. He was sidelined until after the international break, and he'll be joining Steven Outzet, who I've mentioned in previous videos, as he is suffering a similar calf injury to Marvin. Some unfortunate news there for some injuries. Potentially seeing Miller sidelined would come as a big blow to Volta, but he has said his options in his squad are so keen to bolster his ranks in the summer. So it's Volta's seeming confident that even though we've picked up a few injuries now, there's nothing too bad to worry about. We will also be without Carl Rushworth. Of course, he's out for about 3 months with his injury that he picked up just 48 hours before, rumoured to be making a start against Sunderland. Steven Outzet over mentioned, Ryan Longman, Andy Smith, and then both of our young goalkeepers in Timothy Lotutal and Harvey Cartwright are still out and unavailable. Some positive news on Dukan Sinek though. He has made a little media stint, speaking to local media here in Hull, saying that he is struggling and he's fighting back to try and get back into the squad. He did feature a little bit in Hull City's mid-season, if you want to call it that, friendly over in Turkey, and hasn't featured in the 2 games since Hull City have been back in competitive football in the Championship. Both of them at home, but away trip to Derby. Could we see Sinek come off the bench, make a little stint? Who knows? But that is all the injury updates for Hull City. If I want to talk about Derby on their injury updates, they will be without 4 players as they head into their Championship clash with us, the Mighty Tigers. So that's a little bit of your injury news and updates. Let's go into my Hull City predicted starting 11. Powered by our friends over at Fanhub. Fantastic for this game because Derby County themselves, their front of shirt sponsor is Fanhub. So if you don't want to trust it, you better trust it now, because Fanhub, it is a fantastic free app that you can get on your mobile phone, Google Play, App Store, whatever. Download it, use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR. It'll let you skip the waiting queue. It'll get you right into that app straight away so you can start earning things for just being a football fan for free. If you use my code, you also get rewarded for doing so. So it's a win-win scenario. On the app, you can predict your starting 11 for your chosen team. Doesn't have to be Hull City. You can also keep up to date on all the news and content surrounding your team, and also predict 5 games that your team's league is in for the match week. So for Hull City, if you predicted 5 games for the Tuesday-Wednesday games, you've got another batch of 5 to predict for this weekend. So why would you not download Fanhub? Use the link in the description, and then make sure you use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR. Free rewards, as I say, beers, t-shirts, football shirts, tickets to football games, and so much more. Why would you not do it? So, my predicted Hull City starting 11. There's only 2 changes I think will be made from the side that part of a very strong first half performance against Burnley. And that means that Tim Volta who is back on the sideline after missing or being up in Adjan's box for the Burnley game due to picking up a yellow card at the end of that Sunderland game. Rightly so, for complaining to the Sunderland referee. But that means that Ivor Panda, he regains his spot in net. As I say in my vlog from the other night, I don't think he put a foot wrong really against Burnley. A very commanding performance from the goalkeeper. Backline is unchanged once again as they put out a stellar performance against Burnley to really deny them grabbing any sort of winner in that second half, with Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Charlie Hughes, who has been absolutely fantastic these past 2 games, and of course Cody Drammer, who is fantastic as well in that Burnley game, really putting in so many last-ditch tackles and brilliant blocks and crosses and stuff as the such, and brilliant mainstay at the left-back spot now. Ahead of that, Xavier Simons. So Simons, you could make the argument, he's played 2 games on the trot, Sunday then Wednesday. Would he be ready to go against on Saturday? I was verging on the side of Oscar Zambrano to come in for this game. He probably will do. I've just gone for Simons because I don't think he can take the man out of the starting lineup when he's just grabbed his first competitive goal and not really done anything wrong in the past 2 games. Of course, you are having the squad rotation, the squad turnover, to keep the fit and ready players on the pitch. But if Simons is ready to go and he can give you a solid 60 plus and then bring Zambrano on, I would not want to take it off the lad who managed to grab his first competitive goal for Hull City. But Zambrano, I'm sure that he probably will come in. But this is just personally what I would do if I was Hull City manager, which I am not. Ahead of that, Regan Slater, who had a fantastic first half performance against Burnley as well, matched up with Gustavo Puerta, who he's been fantastic as well in these 2 games that we've seen him start. Really hoping that he can shine even more than he has done and excel Hull City to grab their first win in 4 games, as Mohamed Baloumi will be out on the right, as Abu Kamara will take that Liam Miller spot on the left, and up top, my second change from the side that started against Burnley will be Chris Bedia coming in for João Pedro. I don't think João Pedro was bad, but I don't think that he provided that much to warrant him starting up top in the current City format. Chris Bedia, although he doesn't provide an awful lot, I think he provides a little bit more than what we saw from João Pedro in a starting spot. And if you are going to bring João Pedro on, I think that he would be more suited to that cameo role from the bench. I think that may suit his style of play and also suit what we have in Chris Bedia. And obviously you do have Mason Burstow still to factor in somewhere if you want to. So let's go on to some other news around Hull City. So you can see it there. The 3rd shirt will be making its first appearance tomorrow in the game. So it's yeah, it's going to be worn for the first time. As I've said, I'm not a massive fan of the shirt, but we have to wear it at some point, and the team will be wearing it away at Pride Park tomorrow. Some positive news around Hull City and the Poppy Appeal. They are proud to be supporting the Poppy Appeal once again this year, as they will be wearing the famous Poppy Appeal shirts with the little poppy in the centre for the home match against West Brom, and then of course they will auction off the match-worn shirts after the game, which will raise funds for this year's Poppy Appeal. So stay tuned for that one. The home game against West Brom is the one you need to be looking out for that. Some positive news around the academy. The under-21s, they're on fire, aren't they? They just seem to can't lose a game. They are facing off today against Birmingham under-21s game, and as I record it, the game is just starting, so fingers crossed to the young lads there. But they are 6 victories in a row as I'm recording this one, after picking up a 4-1 win over Peterborough United on the 23rd of October at their home ground, being the Bishop Burton College pitch. So fantastic for that. It was a hat-trick for Tyrell Sellers-Fleming, and then a goal for George Dickinson, meaning the 4-1 win for the under-21 Tigers. So some fantastic news there for the youth development in Hull City. Let's move on now to the last meetings between both Derby County and Hull City. So, unfortunate, the last time we did meet was in the Championship, and it was at Pride Park where we suffered a 3-1 loss. If you want to go back for a Hull City win, you're going to roll back the years back to, I believe, the late 2010s, probably around 2019 or so, for a Hull City victory in this encounter. But both teams have come quite a little bit of way since 2022. Of course, Derby have been relegated to League One and come back up in that time, and Hull City have seen themselves reach meteoric rises like we saw last season. And of course, our manager has changed twice, I believe. Or, no, once since then, no, maybe twice. I can't think. But certainly Tim Volter wasn't at the helm when we faced off against Derby last time at Pride Park. Form heading into this game, it's looking a little bit evenly matched, as you'll see in a second when I go onto the tables. Both teams did pick up 1-1 draws in their midweek encounters. Derby were away at Oxford, and Hull City, of course, were at home at Burnley. If you want to go back to last weekend's fixtures, Derby picked up a 1-1 draw against Millwall, whereas, of course, we lost a 1-0 game against Sunderland. Derby have only picked up 1 win, 2 draws and 3 losses in the last 5. And Hull City, of course, including that 1 friendly away in Turkey, 2 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw. So looking very, very evenly matched there. Table-wise, tells the same story. We are 1 point away from each other. Goal difference is looking a little bit further in Derby's case, as they are 14 goals scored, 14 goals conceded, whereas Hull City are 13 goals scored and 15 conceded, meaning we have a -2 on them. Derby have won the extra game than Hull City, meaning 4 wins where we only have 3, but the draws are where we've picked up the points, as Derby have 1 extra loss than us. Some new little things that I'm trying out now with the prediction and preview videos. So let me just move me face out the way as we go on to former Tigers, as Hull City have a former Tiger in this game in Callum Elder. Yes, you'll remember Callum Elder, a key part of the League One Champions campaign for Hull City, and he's won League One promotion as well with Derby County. He's still there. He's still their left back. I believe that he signed with Derby County on free agency from us. We didn't offer him a new contract at the end of the 2021-22 season, and therefore he went over to Derby County on a free contract and hasn't looked back since, really. Not too bad for him. Shared shirts, we'll go on to this one now. So there's a few options to pick on shared shirts. It seems like we have a lot of big players that have played for both Hull City and sort of big in the history of Hull City. Have also done a little job over at Derby County. If you want to look at some recent former Tigers for shared shirts, you could have a look at Cyrus Christie, of course, and then Ryan Alsop. Of course, both players left last season, or back end of last season, sorry. But the player that I've gone for the prominent one is Curtis Davis. Of course, Curtis Davis went to the Premier League twice with us, went to a FA Cup final, of course, scored there. And then, of course, Derby County, he went to them from us when we got relegated from the Premier League in 2016-17, and then played out I think about a 6-year reign with them. Went over to Morecambe, and of course, has now recently retired. Now a pundit over at Sky Sports, so wondering whether he will have any sway on this game. But, yeah, so 2 new little things there. As we go over to the players to watch out for. So let me just move my face back up to the top corner. Player to watch out for Derby County. Now this man, well, he's been at Derby for a few years now. He has. He scored in their last game, got man of the match in their last game. He has already picked himself up 3 assists in the Championship this season, along with that 1 goal, as I have said. Played 11 matches, so all 11 matches, started 9 of them, and that is Nathan Mendez-Lang. I may have butchered his surname, I'm very sorry for that one, but he is certainly a player to watch out for on that right wing. He's not afraid to take a shot, as he's taken 17 shots already this season with an XG of 0.83. So, someone to watch out for tomorrow. Score prediction now. I do think it will be a Hull City win, though. I think they'll be turning the tides on when we last played at Home Park. Or Pride Park, sorry. And it will be a 3-1 win for the Tigers. I think the goals for the Tigers will come through Mohamed Baloumi, whether it's a wonder strike, whether it's a tap-in, whatever it will be. I'm sure it will be for Mohamed Baloumi. Another goal, another first goal, for Gustavo Puertas. He'll grab his first goal in black and amber. And then another first goal for, not another first goal, another goal for Chris Beddier. Got a bit tongue-tied there, but another goal for Chris Beddier as he increases his tally in black and amber. So I'll leave you with that photo of Adjan Ilajali as I remind you that I will be live tomorrow with a watch-along for the game. So why not join me along at the channel by liking and subscribing. Make sure you turn the notifications on so you know when I go live before kick-off. And it'll be lovely to see as many of you faces in here. I will have my reaction video after the game as well. So another reason why you want to subscribe with notifications on. And also go and follow me over on Twitter or X to keep up to date on everything breaking around Hull City. And I will see you in the next video. Up the Tigers. Go on.